The state called 53 witnesses, and witness 50 was called this morning, a state arson investigator. Now, Rod Pevito says he examined 3 suspected burn sites on the Avery property and came to the conclusion that the one filled with hundreds of human bone fragments was the only one where Teresa Holbach's body was burned. This burn pit is where prosecutors recovered boxes of human bones, fragments belonging to Teresa Holbach.
Encountered numerous items that I suspected were bone fragmentation. I also recovered something that I believed was part of a tooth.
Rod Pevito says the fire that consumed her body was fed with tires. The telltale evidence was everywhere. Strands of steel wire intertwined with human remains.
The wire that remains after steel-belted radial tires are burned because it burns with great intensity for a given period of time.
Pevito says the ash in the pit was dark and thick. The human remains were many, but he checked 2 other areas where Avery's attorneys claim a body could have been burned. One, a wood-fired boiler, the other, an aluminum smelter.
Physically disrupted the bottom of it with my hand, so I was within arm's reach in order to see if there was any debris that was covered by this aluminum or slag.
And you took nothing out of interest?
Correct.
But the defense kept arguing to the jury the remains could have come from somewhere else.
Bone fragments could have been moved into the wires or tossed into the wires, somehow disturbed so that they were introduced into the wire mesh you've described.
I mean, that's a possibility.
Tammy also testifying today was a fingerprint analyst who said he could only identify 1 fingerprint found at the Avery property. It belonged to Stephen Avery. It came from the headboard of his bed. So again, after 18 days of testimony, after 53 witnesses being called, the state has rested their case. The defense gets a shot to start theirs tomorrow afternoon at about 1 o'clock.
All right, so it seems this trial that's expected to last 6 weeks is pretty much on schedule so far.
I'd say so, yeah.
All right, thanks. Chris Schuler live in Chilton.